What up, fam? What's going on? Shooting live in effect in my car. Yo, listen, man. Before I start, yeah, look at me. Damn, kids done broke my glasses. Look at that shit. So I'm doing this shit with like one piece of my glasses. Look, see that? Shit broke. See that? It's crazy. Um, I had some time last night, man. I was up just watching quite a few recent fights that took place. I was watching a lot of older fights from certain fighters, and I made some recent videos, kind of like prediction videos, and also I made some videos regarding who would win against certain people, right? So in this video, real quick, I'm just gonna glance over it, man, because some of my predictions for future fights or whatever it is, I gotta change them up, bro. Have to change them up. I'm no pro boxer, right? Now a lot of YouTube channels that love boxing. A lot of people never been in the ring, never even laced up gloves, or a lot of people never even had a fucking fist fight. A lot of us, right? Y'all already know. I said I'm not. I never was like an amateur boxer. Damn sure wasn't no ever a pro boxer. But as a youth, I did actually lace up the gloves 3 times in my entire life. I mean, I know that ain't shit. 3 times ain't shit. But I tell you this much though, when you are in that ring, you see a lot of shit, and then you be like, damn. And you forget as you get older. You be like, damn, bro, like why couldn't this person do this? Why this person didn't do that? And then you be like, when you start thinking about it, even if you was in the ring one time with somebody your age or a little bit bigger than you or smaller than you, you start to see, well, damn, this shit is not easy, bro. It's not as easy as we might look at. And we say, yo, why do these fighters get paid all this money for just getting in the ring boxing for 12 rounds or 10 rounds? Because, bro, that shit is, you can die. You can die in there. That's why. And shit, man, if I'm getting my head punched on for 12 rounds or whatever, however long it lasts, I want to get paid rightfully so. I might get damaged the way I can't go to work or some shit like that. So, yeah, absolutely. It's no joke. Even when you little and you boxing, you feel them punches, you feel those raps, it hurt. It hurt, bro. And I know a lot of y'all been in street fights. Getting punched in the face ain't cool. We don't like it. So I had time to sit back and reevaluate a lot of these fighters, dude. And I'm going to talk about Shakur and De Los Santos real quick. I'm going to talk about, can David Benavidez beat Canelo? I'm going to also talk about Sabril Matias and Tank, because I've been kind of like talking about that, dibbing and dabbing on that a little bit. I'm going to talk about, there was another couple of fighters I wanted to kind of touch on. And I want to touch on Regis and Devin. All right, Shakur and De Los Santos. Now, what we saw in that ring, we were watching Shakur put on what we would call a piss poor performance. Nonetheless, Shakur got the win. We didn't like the performance because the reason why a lot of us is upset with Shakur is because he talk a lot, man. He talk what he gonna do in the ring, and then he don't do it. I think if he wasn't so vocal, a lot of people wouldn't really be mad at him. But since he's so vocal, it keeps saying what he gonna do to people and all of this stuff, and then he never shows and deliver. That could be why everybody have a problem with Shakur Stevenson, man. I don't think it's because it's partly because the fight was boring as boxing fans, as we seen it. From our viewpoint, it was a boring fight. We look at it from Shakur Stevenson's viewpoint, it was a scary fight. And he can deny it all he want. He actually didn't deny it. He was scared. Which is, I'm leading to something here. Shakur Stevenson has some of the best defense in boxing, man. You need defense. The best things to have in defense is the head movement and feet, bro. That's some of the best things. Shakur has decent feet. He doesn't really move his head a lot, but he has the ability to his distance and also distance controls. That's the most important tool that Shakur Stevenson has in his defense, is his ability to control distance. Some fighters that got defense, they don't know how to control distance. Some fighters that have good head movement, they know how to control distance but no head movement. Some people have no head movement but can control distance. And it's like very few fighters got it all, you know. And we might say Shakur has it all. And when you really look at it, when you sit watch his fights, he doesn't have it all, bro. He does not have it all. He has defense, but he don't have everything that goes with the defense. And he does make flaws, the straight back stuff and all that. Floyd used to do that too, jump straight back, but he did it in a different way where he was more balanced. But what Shakur lacks is a lot of dog when it comes to certain fighters, and he don't know how to finish his opponent, bro. And he don't want to take a punch. That is his severe flaws that might limit him later on in his career. I'm watching him, and I'm watching him against Nakatia. I'm watching him against Valdez. I'm watching him against De Los Santos. I'm watching him against Yoshino. A lot of them fights are totally different. He's moving different. You're supposed to rise to the occasion of your fighter, whatever style they got, you're supposed to adjust to it. But you can't be afraid to engage with a power puncher in this sport. If you are, that means either you don't believe in your chin. We're not telling you to stand there with your chin up and get punched in the face. We just saying you gotta stand there, bro. You gotta try to get your opponent. Cause you think about it, right? If you all you got is defense and you moving around too much, you giving your opponent too much confidence. You're not giving him nothing to be afraid of. And he can get you out of there just as he can get you out of there, bro. So your goal should be to try to slow your opponent down and try to get him out of there if you possibly can. Because if you moving around, he could clip you with something and he might get aggressive and hit you with some crazy shit and knock you out. Well, no matter how good your defense is. So that's the problem with Shakur Stevenson. He doesn't have the real killer grit with power punches. He has it with some other fighters. He don't have it with the power punches because he feel like the power punches are too much of a threat, too much of a risk. So when he's thinking that, I'm thinking he doesn't, in sparring, something must have happened with him where he don't like getting punched, bro. It has to be like something that traumatized him in sparring to the point where he don't want to get hit by dudes that he don't got power. So how would Shakur do against Tank? I remember I used to say I think Shakur beats Tank. His defense is good enough to avoid a lot of Tank's punches. The problem is what happens when he can't evade Tank's punch. Can he take a punch from Tank Davis? And I'm not too sure. So as far as Shakur beating Tank Davis, I have to put a question mark on that until I see how Shakur does. If he ever does get clipped by a power puncher, then I can see how he does. But until then, I got Tank beating Shakur Stevenson by knockout. All right, just real shit. I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, yeah, he do this good. He got defense, but if Tank catch him with what that dude hit him with, he's going to sleep. Now, David Benavidez and Canelo, the Mexican monster. Indeed, he's a monster. A lot of people have Benavidez washing Canelo Alvarez. I went back and watched the fight with Demetrius Andrade. There's a point that I forgot what round. It looks like Boo Boo probably hurt Benavidez. It was a left shot. I think he hit him with something, and he hurt him and stung him a little bit. Benavidez was coined as not having the best defense. He's worked on it. He's improved on it a little bit. He still doesn't have the best defense. He likes to come forward a lot. His pressure, he believes his pressure is going to always get him over. Dimitri Bivol showed everybody the blueprint to beat Canelo Alvarez, man. Canelo was acting a little suspect. We all got to admit that. He's acting a little strange. Why he doesn't want to fight Benavidez, I don't know. Is it something he's afraid of? We don't know. We're not inside Canelo's head. But after evaluating I went back and watched some of Canelo fights too. I watched some of Benavidez fights. If Benavidez fights Canelo like he fought Boo Boo, like he fought Ronald Ellis, like he fought all these other fighters, he's going to lose. And he might get stopped by Canelo Alvarez. Canelo's defense, his upper body movement alone is ridiculous, man. So, and Canelo can punch. He's smaller than Benavidez. Benavidez can't walk. It's not going to be a smart move for Benavidez. I'm watching him walk down Ronald Ellis, all these shorter dudes, some of these shorter dudes that didn't have the skills. It's not smart to walk down Canelo. Your body's right there. You know, your body's gonna be right there. He probably could hurt Canelo. We don't know, but listen, Canelo moved up to 175. He took hard jabs from Kovalev. Kovalev is a guy that killed somebody in the ring, bro. He took a lot of shots from Bivol. You can say whatever you want about Bivol. He took heavy shots from Triple G, who was considered one of the hardest punchers in boxing at 160. Never was hurt. He took shots from 275 pounders. Bruh, there's no way Benavidez is going up there. I don't think he's gonna hurt Canelo at 168, bro. I don't think so, man. I don't think he is. He got some pop. David could punch. I don't think he hurt Canelo. I don't think he has enough in him to hurt him. And if he fights Canelo like that, if he don't box Canelo and don't move his head, he's going to get knocked out. He gonna get knocked out, fam. I have to, bro. A lot of times we watch these fights, we so amped up when we see. We like, yeah, motherfucker, look at David, look how nice he is. He is. David Benavidez can fight his ass off. Bro, listen. If he fights Canelo with pressure, he's going to lose, bro. He's going to get hurt. He going to have to fight kind of like Floyd fought and like Bivol with some pressure, with like a Triple G pressure at times, with some Floyd pizzazz and some Bivol pizzazz. But he can't fight like Floyd. He can't fight like Bivol. So that's the only way you're going to be able to beat Canelo, bro. As far as knocking out, now, being able to beat Canelo is one thing. Stopping him is another. I don't think Benavidez can stop him. I think the only person right now from 168, 175 that can stop Canelo is Artur Beterbiev. That's it. And that's a question mark. Because Canelo has a hell of a chin. I don't even fucking like Canelo. I'm just keeping it all the way real. That's the only one I think can stop him is Beterbiev, bro. He has the power to do it. To stop him where he don't have to outbox him to a win. He can knock him out cold and end the night. Benavidez, I don't think he has that type of power to do it. Canelo been hit by big dudes, bro. And I don't know how Benavidez is going to do up there with those guys either. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to take some of this stuff into consideration, man. I know we like certain fighters. No. As far as Terrence Crawford and Canelo, Crawford, he has the skill set. He has a better skill set than Benavidez. He's much more educated in that ring. Much more educated. Much more precise with his punches. And I still don't even know if Canelo can knock out. If Bud can knock out Canelo. I don't know if he has the power to knock Canelo out. And I like Bud. But I think Terrence Crawford could outbox Canelo to a win. Can Bud take a punch from Canelo? I don't know. Probably. You know, it's not like Canelo was a welterweight. He started at what? I think he was fought at 147 before. So it's not like he never was down there. These other dudes are different. Like when they were talking about Benavidez and Crawford, no. Benavidez is too big for Crawford, bro. He can hurt Crawford. Canelo could probably hurt Crawford, but I think Crawford could possibly hurt Canelo because I think Crawford got that weird ass power though. It's different with Crawford because he's different, bro. He's a different dude. This dude is bench pressing 400 pounds. He's doing all this. He's hurting dudes with knocking dudes down with jabs and all that. Yeah, his weight class. But I think Terrence Crawford is the only one below 168 that can give Canelo problems. Don't know if he beats Canelo, but he definitely give Canelo issues. And I think Boots give Canelo issues too. But as far as Boots go, we don't know how good Boots' chin is. We ain't seen Boots chested. We seen him hit with Royman Villa. He took them shots really good. So I gotta walk that back a little bit. I think the only Boots and Bud, I think those are the only ones that have the skill set maybe to beat Canelo, man, as far as outboxing him to a win. As far as knocking him out, I don't know. I would have to give that edge to Terrence Crawford. He probably would be able to knock out Canelo. If anybody below 168 will be Terrence Crawford over a Boots. Boots is like secondary. Just keeping it real, man. This is how I feel about it. Moving on to Subriel Matias, man. He's a monster too. But who is he a monster against? Is he going to be that same monster against dudes on a high level like a Tiafimo and stuff like that. We have to find out. All right. But as far as Tank, I'm gonna talk about the other champs at 140 against Subriel Matias in another video. Stay tuned for that. As far as Tank Davis and Subriel Matias, he get hit a lot, bro. Subriel Matias, he don't care who he get hit by. That's dangerous. Tank Davis, he cares who he get hit by. That's called IQ. Notice how Tank was fighting Rolly versus Leo Santa Cruz. He was not walking Rolly down because Rolly had pop. He wasn't walking down Isak Cruz like that because Isak Cruz had some pop. Plus his hand was broke. He walked down Hector Garcia. You seen it. He walked down Leo Santa Cruz, took their shots. Tank Davis, he knows Subriel Matias is a dangerous puncher. Plus, at 140, Tank Davis' power was a little questionable up there because he even said he didn't really feel good at that weight. You saw when he fought Barrios. He almost struggled to get the knockout. He knocked him down how many times in that fight? He managed to get the knockdown. We already know that Barrios was a little drained. We already know. So maybe that played a factor. We don't know. Barrios moved up to 147. Keith Thurman couldn't even knock him down. So, you got to look at it like that. But he did walk down Barrios. He didn't respect Barrios' power. Against Matias, I don't think Tank is going to go in there and fight him like that. He's not going to go in there and eventually walk down Matias, man. He's going to go in there and fight educated. And it's going to come down to if Matias can take his punch. It's going to come down to Tank. Tank's going to get hit by Matias. Matias is going to get hit by Tank. The issue is, though, I don't know if Tank's power could really knock out Matias, but I'm pretty sure, I think definitely Tank could outbox Matias. Tank could definitely outbox him at 140. Do I see Tank knocking out Matias? It's possible. Because Matias been hit by Ergashev, dudes that hit hard too. And I didn't see him. It was like nothing. He didn't have a scratch on him. And these are dudes already at 140 pounds. So Matias is gonna press Tank. That's how he fights. He's gonna press Tank. I believe Tank moved up, so he's smaller guy. Matias might be too big for Tank, where Tank can't hurt him. And he's gonna walk Tank down, and then Tank has the IQ to figure out, well, damn, my punch ain't doing nothing to this dude. Let me outbox him. And Tank has the footwork, he has the speed and the defense. He's not gonna sit there and let Matias punch all in his face because he know that power is there. He's not gonna do what Ergashev did. He's not gonna stand in the pocket with Matias. He's gonna move. Now, if Tank power, if he got that same power he had with Barrios, he probably could hurt him. But it looked like this Matias dude got a chin. So I think Tank could probably outbox him to the win. That's as far as I think he would go with Matias, man. Moving on to who else was next? Devin Haney. Yeah, Devin Haney and Regis Prograis. They fight December 9th. Regis vows to hurt Devin Haney. I went back and watched some of Regis fights. He looked a little rusty against the Zorilla guy, but he got the job done. I went and watched I watched Devin fight Linares last night. I watched Devin fight Lomachenko, which I think he won that fight. And I watched him fight Jojo Diaz, and I watched him fight, who was it, Gamboa? It was Gamboa, yeah. I mean, the Gamboa fight. I just wanted to watch the Gamboa fight. I was like comparing something with him and Tank. Not really impressed with the Gamboa one. I mean, it's Gamboa. But the one I want to focus on is the Loma fight and the Linares fight. Devin had issues in there with Loma, bro. He had some issues. Loma's not a really big puncher. And he was giving Devin issues. I think Devin body work is what got him that win. And he wasn't really hurting Lomachenko. Okay, now keep that in mind. Regis Prograis, a heavy puncher. Devin said he's going to knock him out. That's what they said. They're going to knock him out. They gonna go in there and hurt him. Now, let's be real. And then, I already know how I feel about Dev. Last time Devin had a knockout was in 2018. Now, a lot of y'all gonna say, well, Devin's drained at 135. I'll give y'all that. We never saw Dev at 140 yet. Maybe he got more pop. But does he have enough pop to knock out Regis Prograis, though? I highly doubt that. Regis took some good heavy shots from Josh Taylor, who was a pretty decent puncher. In the pocket. Never really saw Regis hurt. I've never really seen him really hurt, bro. I don't think Devin is going to be the one to hurt Regis, bro. As far as, he might get like a flash knockdown. You might see that, maybe. Because Regis sometimes look a little sloppy in the feet sometimes, but I don't see it, bro. If Devin is going to go in there and try to impress people, like I've seen a lot of people say they think Devin is going to go in there and try to prove a point, to try to make people see, like, see what Shakur did? He ain't want to fight De Los Santos, but look, I'm fighting Regis, though. I'm taking it to Regis. Is Dev confident enough in his chin to do that? Did the Linares fight give Dev more confidence that he could take a punch? But that's Jorge Linares. That's 135, man. We're talking about Regis Prograis. 140 pounds, man. Devin's defense, to me, his defense was always suspect to me. It definitely ain't on the Shakur's type of defense. Without a doubt, I think Devin might bite down if it get hairy in there. I don't know if he got the defense, man. And I'm telling y'all what might end up happening. He might get a little too brave. He's going to get hit, and he's going to get knocked out. I know the Dev fans don't want to hear that. Can he outbox Regis for 12 rounds? Quite possibly. But that's the only way he's going to beat Regis. And I already said that in my prediction, that he beats Regis by decision if he outboxes him. What I'm concerned with is, he said he's going to knock out Regis. That's what he said. Now, if you look at the history of Devin Haney, he said a lot of stuff like that in the past with other fighters, and he didn't do it. He didn't live up to that. I got a feeling that after what Shakur did in that ring with De Los Santos, he's going to feel like he got something to prove against Regis. And I think that's going to be a bad mistake for Devin Haney. If he stands in front of Regis too long and trade with him, he's going to get knocked out. After watching a few fights, watching the Loma fight, it looked like Loma buzzed him a few times. So if he goes in there and fight the way he been fighting, I got Regis losing that fight. I got Devin winning by decision. He goes in there and tries to make it a brawl, and he ain't no brawler. He can't punch. If he can't punch like Regis or a Tank, the way it's not gonna hurt Regis, he's gonna get knocked out. He'll get knocked out. So I still got to see Devin's power at 140. There's a slight chance he might go in there and hurt Regis. He said he feels stronger at this weight class. We might see a totally different puncher in Devin Haney. I highly doubt it's going to be much of a difference, but maybe it might be slight. He might have slight more pop because he got 5 more pounds of weight. Well, he's going to be heavier than that. He's going to be probably welterweight, maybe a little heavier than that in the ring, maybe 149 pounds. Maybe by rehydration, 147, 146. I don't know. But it all depends on how he comes in there with fights. If he fight his fight, he wins. If he fight Regis' fight, he gets knocked out. That's just my take on these dudes. I had to go do some of these predictions and had to rethink a lot of this stuff, man. But yeah. Let me know what y'all think, man, about any of the stuff I said. If you think I'm wrong, you can debate me with it. That's fine. I want to get y'all opinion. I love y'all opinion. I love y'all comments. This is what I'm here for. I love it all. This is Rebel Life Boxing, man. I'll catch y'all later on the next one, and I'm off this.